Right, good morning and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan, the channel where we share about your Thailand adventures, what you get up to when you come on holiday or while you're living here in Thailand. Now, yesterday we shared a story about a guy who met a girl in Jomtien, Soi 7. He didn't specifically say she was a bar girl, but I think we all presume that that is correct. So he gets with this bar girl, he goes home, he communicates with her, he goes back to her, he pays her a daily rate of 4,000 baht per day, plus all the costs and expenses that goes along with having someone else to pay for. And he enters into the village where straight away her family jumps on him in regards to marrying their daughter and paying for the privilege. 1 million baht. Now, the subscriber in the story yesterday that I presented on the channel basically stated that this bar girl was his girlfriend and they was having some kind of relationship. And this is where it all goes wrong. When you're paying for someone's company, you are essentially renting them. Whether you pay them a daily rate, a monthly rate, a yearly rate, you're still renting them. So whether you stick girlfriend as a title or even wife as a title, if you're paying them some form of salary, they ain't your girlfriend. You are a customer and you have to accept that. Now, with saying that, I do understand why guys get roped into believing that they have something real with the girl that they've met on holiday, normally in a bar or even off the dating sites in a tourist area. These girls that you encounter and you get smitten over, that especially work in the bars, their aim is to make you feel good, is to give you the girlfriend experience for 1 night, 5 nights, 2 weeks, 5 years. It all depends on what you're willing to pay and if you're willing to continue to pay for that privilege. She will tell you everything that you want to hear. You're handsome. She's in love with you. She wants a future with you. She won't touch anyone else. She wants to leave the bar. She wants to go and live in her village and play happily ever after with someone like you. So with guys being on holiday, they fall for it. You know, the hot weather, the alcohol, the excitement of having a girl that's normally way out of their league. They're just smitten and hypnotized by the woman that's giving them the attention. And then the next minute, they're off to the village. And when you go to the village, especially with a woman from the entertainment industry, then be expected to pay a lot more than what you're currently paying now. Yeah, you will have to pay for everything. And yes, if you've got lots of money and you want to marry this girl from a poor Thailand village, then yeah, you have to pay a dowry, especially if you're way out of her league and she's only doing it for business, which 99% of the time they are. It is a business. Now, if you can't afford to pay for all of that and you want to escape that dream because it's becoming a nightmare, then you hit and run, which you should have done from the moment you first met that Thai girl in that bar. But for a lot of current expats that are currently living here, they didn't hit and run because they had money in their pockets and they was willing to pay that wedding dowry and willing to support the parents and do whatever it takes in order to keep that fantasy alive, keep it going with that Thai girl that's way out of their league. And they continue to pay for it for many years, even get married, even take them back to their own home country. It's mind-boggling what goes on, but these guys are willing to pay for that love. But a lot of them do believe that it is something real. And this is Thailand, and that's just the way that the cookie crumbles here, and that's what you have to do. But you're wrong. Not everybody does that. And I certainly myself would never ever pay anyone a monthly salary, daily salary in order to be with me. I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm not desirable to any women and I've got low self-confidence, then it's time to hit the gym, go shopping, make myself feel better, make myself feel good, love myself, so others have that option to love me. And that's what guys should be doing, not paying to get somebody's attention who really doesn't care about you. And one day, if you end up sick and dying in a hospital, you'll just be left to rot, unless they need you to get you to sign over your money, or at least give them your PIN number. But jokes aside, guys, this is actually an epidemic. There's so many men from all over the world now that want to escape their own home countries. They're not getting on with the women very well. The weather is miserable. It's expensive. So they come over to a place like Thailand where it's got the girls, it's got the weather, and it's cheap. But rather than sticking to that golden rule of understanding that basically you are just a customer in another country, guys just fall. And unfortunately, they end up either financially ruined or miserable for the rest of their lives, all for some punani. Now, I also shared another story a few days ago about a guy that used to date a girl in Pattaya in the bar. He realised it was all about money, but he wanted to continue here in Thailand dating women because back home he's probably not been that successful, and here women are interested in you. But you need to understand the reason for it. Whether she's a bar girl or whether she's not, they will always be interested in you for that essential thing that you've normally got a lot more of than other men here that are interested in them. So the guy in the story, he jumps online, does a bit of online dating, meets a woman, thinks she's great. She's basically coming across like butter wouldn't melt, trying to gain his trust. He did a little bit of a test with her in regards to money, and she passed that test. But a lot of these girls, and a lot of these women, should I say, that are older, will be in it for the long game. So it's essential that they gain your trust and make you believe that this love is real, so that they can progress with you and get what they essentially want, which is a future. And all men need to do is either accept that they're willing to pay for it and continue with it, or they decide that, no, I think I'm better than that, and they reevaluate, reassess, and do something beneficial for them. Now, my advice from living here for 8+ years and having a few relationships of my own is stay single. Enjoy yourself. If you do need a woman and you're happy to pay for it for the short term, then that's what you do. But I know that not every man is like that. They don't want to pay for the pleasure of company. And fair enough, I totally understand. And for those guys that really need a woman in their life, take things very slowly and tell them what you want out of seeing that woman. Be very straight with them. Thai women are a lot more easy to be straight with, and then she can make a choice whether she's happy with that arrangement or she's not. And if she is happy with it and she ever tries to break it at any point, you always go back to that initial conversation that you had and get her back on track, or hit the road, Jack.
Guess who's back? Back again. Daddy's back. Tell a friend.
Now, I also know and understand and appreciate that there's guys out there that are more than willing to come to Thailand and pay to be with a woman, give them a monthly salary, set up a house here, and yeah, enjoy the life. They're happy to do that. But what I can't get my head around, and I meet these guys often here in Thailand and here in Buriram, is that they're paying for the wife. They've openly stated that they're paying for the wife that they've got. They've built a house, got a business, etc. But the wife ain't that great looking. She's not. I don't understand. If you're going to pay for a woman to be in your life here in Thailand and give them a salary and give them everything that they want for the future and for the present, then why don't you get with a beauty queen? Why don't you get with the most stunning woman there is? I really don't understand why a lot of guys that are paying for it here are with a very average or below, way below average woman. That is one thing I will never, ever get my head around, when you can pay the exact same amount of money for something absolutely stunning. Now, for the single guys here in Thailand, life is great, especially if you want to live here. Yeah, there is so much freedom and everything is a lot cheaper than back home. Here in Buriram, you can rent a 2-3 bedroom house with a front and back garden for around 10,000 baht per month. You can pay an electric bill for an average of 1,500 baht per month. If you're a smoker, cigarettes cost between 75 baht and 140 baht. But if you want to keep things cheap, 75 baht is the way to go. And in Thailand, it's cheaper to eat out than go shopping. A hell of a lot cheaper. And you can get absolutely well and truly full in a place like Buriram or in any place in Isaan for less than 100 baht. I have a motorbike that I use, a PCX 150, and in order to fill that, it costs around 300 baht, and it will last me for well over a week, and I use it every day. If you go out for a night out, you want to hit the clubs or you want to hit the bars in Isaan, you're looking at 100 baht or less for your beer. And that's for a big beer. So you can quite easily take 1,000 baht out with you and have a great night out. And if you're a single guy and you hit the clubs or you hit the bar scene, you can essentially go home with a woman just like you could in your own home country for free. But be advised, if you continue with that woman, everyone has to pay in the end. So if you're a single guy, everything is fairly cheap over here in Isaan. But if you live in a tourist place, they put the prices of the condos right up, the house prices right up, and even the beer prices, the food prices, everything is more expensive, but not as expensive back home. But if you're on a budget and you want to live here in Thailand, then I would recommend moving to Isaan and maybe going to the biggest cities like Udon Thani or Korat to go and live. Every big city in Isaan will have foreign-owned bars. There will be an expat community that you can go and mix with, and you can generate friends and find out what there is to do within that city. Now, if you've got any questions, if there's anything that you want to find out about Isaan or Thailand or Thai women in general, then put your questions down below or send me a private email. You'll find my email address below also, and I will answer you as best as I can. Right now, I'm very happy to sit here, enjoy the peace, watch all the birds fly around. It's very active here in the morning. I don't normally record here, but I do come here at night time sometimes to relax, and it's a great place for William to run around and play, and he normally plays on this boat over here. So he has a good time, and it's nice to, I don't know, be surrounded more by nature over on this side of the lake. Where I normally record the videos on the opposite side, this is a bit further away, but it's a much nicer place to relax. So when I finish recording, I'll turn my chair around and just chill out, guys. And it is nice to have that peace and quiet. And yeah, if you live in Isaan, it does get boring. It does, guys. But if you can budget properly, if you don't have a lot of money, or if you've got enough money, you can have holidays and vacations, and you'll appreciate it more. If you go to the islands, go to Koh Chang, for example, you'll appreciate the beach and you'll appreciate the holiday. When you live near the beach all the time, it gets boring. You don't even tend to go to the beach often. It does get a bit mundane. So I do think that if you're going to stay here a long time, it's better to live in a normal, quiet place that's not too expensive. And then it only takes a few hours to go somewhere where you can really enjoy yourself and really appreciate it. Right, I'm off, guys. And if you've got your own Thailand story as well that you want to share, get your email sent in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. Hope everybody has a great day. Enjoy yourselves, and ciao for now. Bye-bye.